Good afternoon, everybody. Listen, before I go to work, I need to make this video because I need to explain to you before they take this one down as well. They have been taking down and blocking and censoring everything on me lately. So you need to understand, like, I was blocked off of Facebook for another 7 days for something stupid, a violation of community guidelines. Their community guidelines. It's whatever this Facebook Communist Party, liberal, leftist Gestapo decides they don't like, you're in violation. It could be anything. If you're evil and one of them, they let you get away with it. You could put pornography, you could do whatever you want. But if you're a Christian or a Trump supporter or a Republican or a conservative or religious, if you're actually speaking truth that they don't want people to hear, they will come out, they will mute your video. They do it, or they'll say that you're in violation of community standards or guidelines, or it's hate speech. Like a couple months ago, they blocked my account for a long time because I literally posted under a Facebook article. They were congratulating on how women are becoming priests. So I said, I left a comment saying they cannot become priests, and this is according to Catholic law, canon law, and also the Bible, and I explained in detail why. I got in trouble and blocked for like 30 days because I said, and they said it was hate speech. I was merely showing them where it says you cannot do that. And I got in trouble for hate speech. It's in the Bible. It's in the catechism. It's church teaching and law. It's doctrine. It's always been. And I'm hate speech, and they have a right to block me on social media. Then the other day, 7 days ago, I made a comment which they were just waiting for a reason to get rid of me. And I got blocked for 7 days, and I'm not allowed to participate in groups still anymore, because I left a comment saying that the police have a right to defend themselves when they are being attacked. I posted that under a Facebook video that somebody posted showing multiple police officers, men and women, and their cars being assaulted by a mob of an angry neighborhood of black people who were attacking them because the police shot somebody. The police have to do their job. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? They hadn't even gone to court yet, and these people are raising up armies against police. The Bible said there would be lawless times. People would hate law and order, and well, this is what's happening. And I said police have a right to shoot back and defend themselves. I got in trouble for, they didn't even put it as hate speech. They just said violating community standards. It's true. If I was a cop, I'm not going to sit there and let someone kill me. I have a family to go back to. Why would I? This is ridiculous. You're supposed to fear and respect the police. They are working not only for the country, for our government, but for God, keeping law and order and peace and justice. And you're going to shoot at them, and it's okay to kill cops, but they can't do their job? Are you kidding me? I got in trouble for that. Everybody's thinking it, but you're just not allowed to say it. When we are no longer able to have freedom of religion, freedom of politics, freedom of press, freedom of speech, we are not free. We are slaves. We are a communist country. We are now a communist country. Just like what China does, they are doing here. They are silencing individuals like me. I also got blocked for preaching the Bible a couple times. The Bible truth. Somebody had a problem with it, and I was blocked. I can't even preach Christianity anymore? People, are you not paying attention to what's going on here? We are being persecuted. We are being silenced. You have no rights or freedoms anymore. You are not allowed to be Christian. You are not allowed to be on the side of law and order or police. You're not allowed to have political views that go against the majority of liberals. If you like Trump, you're in trouble? He was the president, fair and square. They said, and then look, I'm not even going to get into it because it's going to be silenced again. But if I wanted to speak highly about Biden or Pelosi, that would be okay. I could talk about Satan all day long, that's okay. But I cannot talk about Jesus Christ, and I cannot talk about Donald Trump or conservatives, or are you kidding? Hello? You don't see something wrong with this? Dangerous? Since when did things shift to the point where people took our rights away? They say, oh, they want freedom and equality. And everybody's equal, and everybody should have fair freedoms and same freedoms and liberties and rights. Okay, but then you go and take away the conservative Christian Republicans? You take away our freedom of speech and press and rights? You want the freedom of abortion, but we don't have the freedom to not have one anymore? You want the freedom of marriage of whoever you want. We don't have the freedom of tradition anymore? You want the freedom to worship whatever God you want, but we don't have freedom to worship the one true God anymore? Hello? Evil, antichrist system, in effect, beast system, mark of the beast system, they are coming after anyone who will not go with the majority of the godless who are going to hell. Now, this video is going to be taken down. Now, I just posted proof. I take photos and screenshots that Facebook doesn't let you guys see. It always says only you can see this. Your account is restricted. Here's why. Only you can see this. Do you ever wonder why only I can see that? They're not protecting me and my privacy. It's so that you cannot see that they are picking on me. No right to do so. No good reason. It's all... So now, I caught them. Last night, I made a video. Okay, I made a video last night in a very quiet living room. There was no TV on in the background, no music playing, nothing. It was just me talking for 2 hours at the end of my shift because my client was upstairs and he didn't want to sit downstairs and he wanted to, I don't know, go to bed early, whatever it was. So I was just quietly making a video in an office, in the corner office of a living room. It was very quiet. You could hear a pin drop and it was just me talking. Today I get up and there's all these violations and restrictions on my account again, which I took screenshots of, telling me that I am in violation now, that they muted parts of my video, about 1 minute and 40 seconds of my video. Whatever they didn't like me saying, they muted, so you can't hear it. I had no music playing in that video at all. I didn't even sing a song. And they accused me they said that they did this because I was in violation of music copyright laws, that I had no right to use those songs in my video. There was no music playing, there was no TV on in the background, there was no radio. What music? They know they're lying, but they don't have the right yet. They don't have a way of saying, we're muting certain things you said, because we don't agree with it or we don't want you speaking that publicly. They can't do that right now by law. So they will come and use anything to censor you. They'll lie, and they lied. This time they lied and said that I had music in my video that I had no right. Then they said, you're free to dispute or contest this. So I did. And when I typed up my dispute, saying you know darn well you're lying, I had no music in last night's video, I am not in violation, Facebook, of your copyright laws or your music copyright infringements. There was no music in my video. It was just me speaking, me preaching in my video. And you muted parts of the video that you didn't like me speaking to people. Was it the part about Donald Trump being the real president? Was it the part that you were censoring and persecuting us Christian ministers? Which part did you block out? Because you blocked out a bunch of them. And the rest of it, I can't even watch the video. It's all jumbled up now. You did this purposely, and then you lied and said that I am in violation of music copyright laws. That's why you had to mute out the song. There was no song in my video. What you want the public to think that there was a song in the video so that you have every right to do that. But you lied. And I have proof because a lot of people watched that video last night, live. About 10 people were watching that video. And all of them know that there was no music in that video. It was quiet and it was just me talking. Okay? So what do you got to say for yourself now, Facebook Meta? You are liars. You are persecutors. Listen, if you'll go so far as to steal the presidency of the United States from the rightful winner of the election, and if you're going to go far enough to block the president of the United States from all social media, none of us are safe. You will abuse your power whenever you can, whenever you feel like it, because you can get away with it. So I'm not safe. The president's not even safe. Nobody's safe. I would say if I wasn't a Christian, I got a lot of words I'd like to say to you. You fact-checking, stupid, liberal, evil, satanic, you're going to hell, hell-bound, godless, antichrist, wicked. How dare you, liberals, take over and tell good Christian, conservative Republicans what they can and cannot say or do, and then you go and do whatever you want to do. How dare you rewrite times and laws? How dare you tell me what I can, take away my amendment and constitutional rights and tread all over them and then do what you want anyway. And then sit there and complain, oh, we want liberty and justice for everybody. We want equality. It's right, equal rights for everybody. But then you take away the rights of others. You don't want equal rights. You want your way. You want abortion. You want gay marriage. You want Jesus and his Christians out of the picture. You want us silenced and persecuted. That's what you want. You want Republicans gone. You want Trump and his supporters out of the picture. You want all the evil things that God says not to do. That is what you live for. That is what you want. You hate Jesus Christ. You hate his Bible and his word. You hate his people. You hate anyone who belongs to him and works for him and obeys him and lives for him. That is your problem. You are a child of the devil, Satan, the Antichrist, the liar, the accuser of the brethren. You belong to him, and that is why you hate the Bible. That is the truth. You're going to silence this video. You're going to call it hate speech. You know what? It's not hate speech. It's out of love that I have to preach the truth to this world. But you won't let me. You will not let people like me. You know I have a following. You know what I speak is powerful and is reaching many. You know it's the truth. You know that there are constitutional and amendment laws and rights that apply to me as an American citizen, born and raised here, that you are violating, and you don't care. And you're getting away with it because you're sitting up there in some control room, some computer control tower in California at Facebook, pressing all the buttons. No wonder it's called Hacker Way, that Facebook's headquarters is based at. You're all a bunch of computer science nerd hackers, and you know that you're playing God. You control social media. You control what we can and cannot say, or post, or comment, or share. You know what? I hope you love heat, because you're going to burn in hell, and you deserve it. You better repent. I'm telling you, final warning, because I know you'll watch this video and you'll take it down like you do everything else. Now I'm pissed. I want to go public. I want to go on CNN. I want to go. I can't because you own all the news agencies. Wow. People like me will never be heard. We'll never get the truth out to people that they really need to know because you keep silencing. Now you lie and you falsely accuse me on Facebook of copyright infringement, and so you can mute portions of my Facebook Live videos saying that there's music in there that I have no right to use. There was no music in last night's video, and you know it. It was in a quiet living room at 10 o'clock at night. So you lie. You lie to the public. Then you give me all these stupid things on my Facebook restrictions saying only you can see this. Yeah, only I can see it because you don't want anybody else on my Facebook to see what a crock of crap it is. That you are persecuting me intentionally and you have no right. Then you tell me I can dispute it. And every time I dispute it, you block me anyway for weeks and months. And you put my posts where people can't see them. And you put all these restrictions on there. You're just looking for a reason to totally block me from social media. Why would you do that? Because you know people listen to me and I have a big following around the world. And you know I'm speaking the truth about things that you don't like and you do not want the world to know. So you have to get rid of me. You have to get rid of people like me and block us from social media so we can't be seen or heard. You know this. You know this, Satan. And God's people know it too. So I'm telling you people, if anybody gets to see this video before it's taken down or blocked or censored, they're lying and attacking me for no reason at all. They're just looking for anything to come at me with. And they'll even go as far as lying and falsely accusing me of copyright infringements now on my own words and thoughts. Because they don't want you to hear what I'm saying. This entire video is either going to be removed or muted. And they're going to sit there laughing and say, okay, Steve, you want to play games? We'll just do this again. And that's what they're doing. Some fat piece of shit, gay liberal is sitting up in there, okay, in his stupid control tower, controlling everything that is said and done on Meta, on Facebook, on social media. He's a communist piece of crap who is going to go to hell because you have no Christ in you, because no Christian would ever dare do these things. No Christian would violate someone's freedoms and rights and liberties and constitutional rights. None. You are in violation, not me. And you know it. But you have so many people standing behind you saying, hey, we're above the law. We're the elite. We're in charge. We don't care. No one's going to do anything about it. Just because you can get away with it now, you wait. You wait. I am actually, you know what? I can't wait for your judgment day. I can't wait to see who's laughing on judgment day. When you stand naked and accused before Jesus Christ, and he throws you into hell, where you will be tormented and burned at the stake over and over, 24 hours a day for all eternity. While the rest of us will be with Christ, happy in our little mansions, safe for all eternity. But you will get what you deserve because you made your choice. And it was Satan and evil and lies and treachery and deceit and not holiness, not Christ. You don't love people. You don't even love your enemy. You only love yourself and your stupid ideals. You love Satan. You hate Jesus and his people. Well, you know what? There's no room in heaven for haters. The law of heaven is love, even of neighbor, even of enemy. And you are failing, my friend, because you are purposely helping the Antichrist system, Satan's communist system, go after people like me and silence us. And you know it's because I am not a liberal. You know you do it because I don't agree with gay marriage. You know you're after me because I'm a Trump supporter and a Republican and a conservative. You know you're doing this to me because I am a Christian, a Roman Catholic traditional Christian. Marian devoted. You hate that. So you hate me. And you love hating us. You think you're so special and powerful. Ooh, look at me, I get to sit behind. Why don't you come and see me to my face? I want to see you fact checkers, the people who give me a hard time and bully me on social media. Come and meet me personally. I would love to talk to you personally. Okay, you can be all big and bad behind your computer screen, pressing buttons, controlling what everybody says and does, but you would never dare get in my face and do that to me in my face. I would love the opportunity for you to sit there and violate my constitutional rights to my face. Cover my mouth and tell me not to preach, not to tell the truth. Tell me what I can and cannot say or do. Oh no, you'll do it from California. Because you're all big and bad in your little cushy Facebook office. Ooh, you got the power at your fingertips, you little hacker. You're a friggin' loser. You're a loser and you're going nowhere in life because you don't have Jesus Christ. You're a loser because you believe a lie and you live a lie and you're on the wrong team. You are a loser and you will burn for it with all the other losers who hate God and his people. That is the truth. Now you can take that one and call that hate speech. I don't hate you. I'm telling you the truth, but you'll look for a reason because you don't like the truth. And I'm telling you the truth. Now, I don't know any other Christian preacher out there who will say it the way I do. I'm very rough around the edges. I am sick and tired of being all meek and mild and saying, oh, we attract more flies with honey. I'm not trying to fish for flies. I don't have time for that. I don't want flies and honey. I want you to know the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. People need to know that. And you are blocking people from knowing that. You are blocking God's word from being circulated around his earth. And you will pay for that. So I suggest you repent, get to a church, get on your knees and ask Jesus to forgive you and quit your stupid Facebook job. Because if you're actually working, you're worse than a telemarketer who aggravates people every night, making phone calls that they don't want to receive when they're trying to have dinner. Okay? Waking them up early in the morning, keeping them up all night with your stupid trying to sell them stuff. But you're worse than that. You're worse than people like that. Because you are actually blocking people and removing their constitutional and amendment rights and freedoms by silencing them from being able to speak to whoever they want, whatever they want, which is our God-given human rights of free will and our constitutional. This was America. America set laws and constitutions in place, amendments in place for this reason. And you pieces of garbage, you're probably some 20-year-old little liberal punk with pink hair who doesn't even know if you're a man or a woman, who believes in abortion and hasn't even had sex because you're ugly and you can't even get laid, okay? You're probably sitting there thinking, ooh, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get these little Christians, because I can. Good. I hope you have I know you're laughing at this right now. I hope you have fun, because you're going to die sooner or later. Sooner than later with that attitude. God will not protect you because you're working against him. You're his enemy. And you hate him and his people. And you are violating everyone's constitutional and God-given rights. Freedom of speech. Freedom of religion. Freedom of press. That was the whole point of social media. So we can all freely exercise those rights. Those constitutional amendment rights. Those God-given rights. That's what it is to be human. And you are silencing us. And telling us what we can and cannot believe. And what we can and cannot say or post or write. Who the hell are you to do that? Do you think you're God? Because you're not. You're not. You're a nobody, and that's why you do what you do. You can't possibly be somebody of value on this earth. You think you're doing the world a favor by being some libtard who has no knowledge of theology or of God, and you're helping millions of people fall into hell every day, and you're pushing all kinds of disgusting perversion on the public, and you're silencing those of us who speak the truth, and what do you want a medal for that? You think you're special? You will deal with my Father in heaven. He is going to come sooner or later. And you're going to die sooner than later. Either way, whether he comes down tomorrow and kicks your butt into hell, or you stand in front of him on your judgment day, as soon as you take your last dying breath, you will deal with Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You will deal with the judge. And he is not going to judge favorably on you. Unless you repent and stop persecuting him and his people.